What would it feel like to make your very last debt payment? I'm talking about no more checking your account before every bill is due. No more wondering whether this month's paycheck will be enough for you to pay your bills. No more watching interest quietly take a piece of every dollar that you worked so hard to earn. It's just done. What would that feel like? Now here's the frustrating part. Two people can owe the exact same amount of debt, the same exact bill actually, make the exact same monthly payment, and still become debt-free months apart. Why is that? No, it's not because one of them earns more. It's not because, so one of them is more luckier. It's because they follow a different strategy. And that's what we're talking about today. Today, we're going to compare the two most popular debt payoff methods, the debt snowball and the debt avalanche method, to answer one simple question, and that is, which one gets you out of debt faster? And which one gives you the best chance of actually crossing the finish line? I know you've probably read some of Dave Ramsey's books and you heard about it, but have you actually implemented and understood the psychology and everything behind it? If not, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which approach fits your situation, your personality, and your path to become debt-free for you personally.
Buying a laptop for school? That price is already painful. Before you pay, check Rakuten. Search the store, activate cash back, then shop like normal. This works for the stuff you were already buying. Don't just shop, make money moves.
So let's take a tale of two friends with the same goal. Let's call them Alicia and Marcus. They both work for the same company. Their salaries were almost identical. Ironically, their debts total were almost identical too. Each of them owed about $22,000 spread across 4 different accounts. Both had committed an extra $400 every month towards paying off debt, but they chose completely different strategies. See, Alicia was motivated and Marcus wanted efficiency. Neither one was wrong. They're both pretty good strategies. They simply measured success in different ways. But 12 months later, their results told an unbelievable story. Let's take method 1, the debt snowball method, right? This was Alicia's strategy, which was she ignored the interest rates and instead she organized every debt from the smallest balance to the largest. Her list looked something like this. She had a store credit card, maybe Macy's or somewhere, for $600 at 18%. She had a credit card for $3,200 at 24%. She had a car loan for $8,000 at 6% and a personal loan at $10,200 at 9%. Now, she made the minimum payments on every account. Then every extra dollar attacked that $600 balance she had for her store credit card at Macy's, if you will. And within weeks, the first debt disappeared. Then she rolled that payment into the next debt, then the next debt. Every payoff felt like she was crossing another finish line. And according to the CFPB, or Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, this is exactly how the debt snowball method works. You continue making minimum payments on every debt while directing all extra money to the smallest balance. Once it's gone, that payment snowballs into the next debt. And the CFPB notes that many people stay motivated only because they experience progress sooner than later. Even though this method can cost more interest over time, it feels better. And for Alicia, watching debts disappear gave her confidence that she never had before. Now Marcus, on the other hand, he used method 2, which was the debt avalanche. See, Marcus looked at the exact same debts, but he sorted them completely different. He tackled the high interest rates first, and his list looked at something like a credit card with 24%, store credit card with, again, Macy's at 18%, personal loan at 9%, and then a car loan at 6%. His smallest debt wasn't the first thing that he targeted. His most expensive debt was what he went after because the interest rate was so high. So month after month, he watched the highest interest balance shrink first. It wasn't exciting. He still had the same number of debts for quite a while, but every payment reduced the amount of future interest he had to pay or free money he gave away. And Marcus wasn't chasing quick victories. He was chasing efficiency. So the question we asked at the beginning was, which one actually wins? The true question is, who reached the finish line first? And the honest answer is, it depends on what you mean by faster and finish line. If faster means paying less interest and potentially becoming debt-free sooner, then the debt avalanche wins every single time. And this is supported as the experts at Fidelity explains that prioritizing the highest interest rate debts generally minimize total interest costs, especially when your debts have very different interest rates, meaning it can range from 32, 9, whatever it may be. But here's the kicker. If faster means building confidence and sticking with a plan, the debt snowball method often has the advantage. Why? Because it eliminates smaller balances and creates visible progress. If we see it, we feel a little bit more motivated instead of just staring at 4 debts and then suddenly you only have 3, then 2. Because eliminating smaller balances creates a visible progress that you can actually measure and see. Those small victories make people feel less likely to quit and more motivated. Even the experts at Fidelity pointed out that while the Avalanche method often saves more money, mathematically anyway, the snowball method can be more emotionally satisfying because you eliminate individual debts sooner than later. That's why financial success isn't only about math, it's also about human behavior. So you probably sitting here wondering, which method should I choose? Well, here's an easy way to decide. Choose the debt snowball if you feel overwhelmed, you need motivation to stay consistent, or if you need to see the quick wins to keep you going. Or on the other hand, choose the debt avalanche method if your debts have high interest rates, if you're disciplined enough to wait longer for visible results, or saving the maximum amount of money matters the most to you. And here's the good news. Neither strategy is wrong. The biggest mistake isn't choosing the wrong method. In fact, it's switching methods every few months because you lose patience. So just pick one. Stay consistent. Trust the process, because consistency beats perfection every single time. And if you build a system, that's a cherry on the top. Here's a question I have for you. If I gave you 2 options today, option 1, to become debt-free a few months sooner by saving more interest, or option 2, eliminate your first debt within weeks and build momentum immediately, which would you choose? Remember, there's no universal correct answer here. The best strategy is the one that you'll actually stick with until the last balance reaches 0. So tell me in the comments, are you Team Snowball or Team Avalanche? And tell us why. In our next video, we're going to expose something that quietly keeps millions of people trapped in debt year after year. So stay tuned. Until then, remember, don't take notes, take action.